Without feedback from our environment, we will perish very quickly. If you try to take a deep breath in and you're underwater, you will likely drown. If you're on the edge of the cliff and you take off running and you don't realize that you're near the edge of the cliff, you will likely fall to your demise. If it's 10 degrees outside and you don't put on clothing for the weather, you will also likely perish and die. This is why we have our five senses: sight, hearing, taste, smell, sound, to give us feedback about what our environment is so that we can be safe. Michael Jackson and Elvis Presley would not listen to people. If anyone gave them feedback, they would either be banished or they would be fired. This was the cause of both of their premature deaths. If people give you feedback in your life, how do you treat them? Michael Jackson and Elvis Presley would not listen to people. If anybody gave them feedback, they banished or fired them. Leprosy is not a disease that makes your toes or your fingers fall off. Leprosy, it stops the feedback from coming in from your extremities to your brain. When people have leprosy, they become injured. They are not aware of the injuries, and their wounds become infected. Either the patient has them removed or the infection will kill them. With leprosy, it is no problem to cut off your fingers as you have no sensation to the pain. Leprosy is a disease of communication and lack of feedback from the body to the brain. Feedback is why babies learn so fast. Babies observe the world and are not afraid to be made fun of, laughed at, and being a failure. Babies observe the action, the trait, or a word and try to copy it and mimic it over and over again. No matter how many times they fail, they will keep repeating this until they become successful. Babies have no shame. This is why they learn so quickly. It is only when babies learn shame does their learning slow down and become difficult for them. When babies become good at one thing, they stop trying to learn that one thing and move on to the next. If you ever said, "I wish I could learn as fast as a baby," well, now you know. You have to get rid of guilt and shame in order to accept feedback. A single-pointed mind is not clouded with how poorly you are at something. A single-pointed mind observes a world without such judgments. These judgments will only get in your way. The single-pointed mind, ekagra, is our tool we use to ensure our well-being. All of these terms are the same: mindfulness, meditation, focus, concentration, and the single-pointed mind. Without these, we will not be getting the most out of our lives. Right now, stop and pay attention. Pay attention to what is immediately in front of you and around you. Look out a window and hold as still as possible. Pay attention to your breathing. Find a natural rhythm of breath. If you're not sure about a natural rhythm of breath, keep breathing out until the body says, breathe in. And then take a deep breath in until the body says, breathe out. And continue this process. Don't rush in with your judgments. These judgments will only bring in shame, anger, and fear into your observation. Continue breathing and observe. These judgments will only cloud your observations. Let the clouds and the experience with the world around you come into now. After a few hours pass, journal these observations. Only write about what you observed without your judgment. A few hours after this writing exercise, write again with judgment what you have observed, if there is any judgments that need to be observed at all. The next time you receive feedback from your boss, your significant other, your kids, your father, take in information, only asking a few questions for clarification. After a few hours, write down the information that you have received from feedback. As before, a few hours after writing the observations, write judgments that you still have to work on, that you have to make from your observations. Then and only then should you take action on those judgments. This will eliminate anger and pain and fear that shame you in your life. This will empower you to make improvements in your life and put you on the path and the direction that you want to take, that you really want to take in your life. Feedback is used in machine learning and computer programming. In 1957, a guy invented a computer program that would learn how to play checkers. What he did was he found that if you were to take all of the possible moves and the outcomes of the game of checkers, that he would have to play checkers for the rest of his life. So he trained a computer program to play all of the moves for him. So he let the computer run for a few months, and eventually the computer learned how to play checkers flawlessly. Since then, no human has needed to beat any computer program, and since that time, no programs have been written by a human alone. Machines can learn things in days in what humans could spend hundreds of years trying to do. Machines have no lizard brains that put them into the guilt, shame, and blame. If we want to have the power of machines in learning ourselves, we need to let go of guilt, shame, and blame that are within the lizard brain that keep us from having profound learning in our lives. By increasing our practice of meditation, observation, and mindfulness, ekagra, all of these things will vastly improve our power of receiving feedback in our world. The reason most people work with a coach is to receive feedback. Any athlete that wants to win the Olympics or a Super Bowl must also have help from the expert. Any person that wants to excel in business must also have a mentor or a coach that can give them a new perspective on what they can do with their life. Any person that wants to solve problems in relationships will also require a coach. In Kaivala, we are here to be a coach and direct you with feedback in your life. We are also open to feedback that you may have for us, to make adjustments and corrections as time goes on. You will need to do your homework, practice meditation and observation and mindfulness, and attend classes every week. You will need to give us feedback on what you have learned so that we can help you more. We also have coaching that you can request for personal attention and feedback. What will follow are some more videos and information on receiving feedback with people in our lives. We will have more exercises on using stickies to clearly understand feedback that you're receiving from others. This will help you more effectively establish your tribe so they can guide you towards your passion. We are not trying to give you a program that works for someone else. We are helping you find things that work for you and ways that you can do those things better. We're open to your feedback. Kaivala.